I'm Jeff, 3D Puzzle Builder. In this video, we're going to be working on Step 3, Continuation, on the top of page 4 of your instruction manual for the ROKR Chocolate Factory Marble Run LGA02. Now, you can always go back to previous videos if you need to get caught up. Now let's get started. Okay, to recap, you should already have these parts. Our tools, the C14 crank, the C20 gears, as well as this part from B1. When we left off on the last video, we had just finished up on page 4, step 3. This is the part that we ended up with. All right, we're going to need part B10, and again, we're starting on the top of page 5, left-hand side. We're going to need part B10. All right, let's see where B10 is. There's 9. Here is B10 right here. It's a very large part. So let's go ahead and punch this out very carefully again. I'm using my thumb and my finger to back it up as we push it out. And here it comes. All right, almost there. Now you'll notice with B10, there is another panel inside B10 that has B20, B21, B22, and B23. We're going to punch that panel out also. And here we're going to punch that out. Now that's going to become a B panel on its own. There we go, and we'll set that aside. So now we have a panel that looks just like this. And looking at your drawing, that is what you should see. I'm going to set that down here. We're also going to need sheet C. Get these out of the way. Sheet C, we need 8 C1s. Okay, if I can get this over here far enough. C1s are on the very top of sheet C, right up here. And we're going to need 8 of these pins. So we'll start with these 2. I'm going to push those out. So there's 2. 2 more. There's 4. 2 more. There's 6 and 2 more. These are the C1s. And we'll set that aside. So we have our 8 C1s. Get these up here. There you go. 8 of those. Off the C sheet again, we're going to need part C15. There's C15 right here. So we're going to punch that out. There we go. There's our part C15. Okay, let's start putting things together. So we're going to take our part built with C20, and we're going to install it on our part B1. So again, looking at your drawing, if you hold this in your hand just like it looks in your drawing, this part right here will go just like this. So it's going to sit right there. And let's push it in. So we pushed it in. It has bottomed out. We've got a little bit showing through on the bottom. That's perfect. Now, let me take this back out because there's something I need to show you with this. If you remember in our last step on page 4, step 3, we needed to make absolutely sure we had this much sticking through. Now that is going to go inside that hole right there. So again, we're going to take it just like this. Now if you notice on this side, that's going to have to line up with that hole down there. So as we push it down, pushed it in, now I'm lined up with the hole, and that sits in the hole. The little P1s fit right inside that hole, and that should be free to turn. All right, now we're going to take our part C15, and it's going to go in the bottom of our part B1. So if we take B1 and turn it over, our part C15 should lay in just like this and push into those holes. Now this is what's going to lock our gears in place. Push that in, and this pushes in. Get my thumbs out of the way here. There we go. Pushes in and down just like that. So now that has locked this in place. Just like that. Just make sure everything is pushed in all the way and seated in. All right, the next part of this step is to install our crank on our part B1. So again, holding our part just like it's shown on your drawing, and our hand crank, let me get my thumbs out of the way here, and our hand crank fits in right there. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky because we need to both get this pushed in right here, as well as line some stuff up as we're doing this. Okay, we started in. Now, our hand crank has got to fit right here. So it's got to fit in there. And this P1, I don't know if you can see it here, this P1 back up in here has got to fit in that hole. So it'll line up pretty well. Just make sure as you're pushing them in that everything is lining up as it's going in. So if I take a look here, I can see my P1's lined up there. and I'm lined up in here, so everything's good. I just have a little bit farther to push it in. And there it went in. I don't know if you heard it snap in or not. Okay, I moved out just a little bit here. There we go. So now, if I turn my crank, all of my gears turn. And it's very free. Nothing is misaligned. So far, we've done very well. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Next step is to take our part B10 right here, and with the paint or the color facing up, we're going to install all 8 of our C1s. Now, if you notice, C1 looks like a T, looks like a little pin. These are going to go into these slots right here. And they just push in, just like that. So we're going to follow through with the rest of them. That is number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, come on, number 5, get in there. There we go. There's number 5, number 6, number 7, and you'd think we ran out of holes. Number 8 actually goes way over here, right in between those 2 slots. So there's number 8 there. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've got that part ready. All right, the last part of this step is a little tricky. We're going to take our B10 and we're going to install our hand crank and platform on it. Now things have to line up just right on this. So I'm going to try to keep my video on. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting things lined up a little bit. These 3 slots on the bottom are what I'm trying to line up these 3 slots right here. So if I get those in there and get them just lined up. Now this is a little bit difficult here. There's actually 4 slots. Just be patient. If you start getting a little frustrated with it because it doesn't seem like everything's going to fit, just set it down for a few minutes and come back to it. It's much better to do that than to get frustrated and end up breaking something. So here goes. Okay, those are in. That's going to need a little bit of help moving over that way. There we go. There we go. See what I mean? It just takes a little bit of patience. Now I'm going to push everything down, make sure it's seating in right. There, that went down. A little bit right there. So that's in. This is almost in right here. A little bit more. And then the last one is right here. And that's in. All right. So everything is in. Just make sure it's pushed in all the way on all four. And if you look back here in the back, all of these are flush. So now we have finished the next step of step 3. This is the steps on the top of page 5. And you should end up with something that looks just like this. Now go ahead and give it a try as we crank the handle. All the gears turn just fine. Everything's looking good. Everything's lined up just right. So we've done a good job so far. We'll see you back on the next video. This will be continuation of step 3, page 5 on the bottom. Thank you. Make sure you like my channel. Follow my channel. It helps to produce more videos. Thank you.